I was assuming that he was a cashier at, like, McDonald's or the ShopRite. But judging by his fighting prowess, maybe he's more so a cashier at the Waffle House? He seems largely overpowered, actually. What do you mean? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dead Ahead, where zombie apocalypse or not, Christmas time is quickly approaching, and I fully intend for my little school bus full of survivors here to celebrate. We could really use the morale boost. That being said, I can't imagine it's going to be particularly easy for us to find holiday cheer here in a city full of the undead. And that's not like Christian Easter undead either. It's more like flesh-eating Halloween undead. So I think now might be the perfect time for us to move on to a new location. Yeah, Joe's got the right idea. He's already wrapped a present. Load it onto the bus, guys. Come on, people, hurry. Hey, it's those scientists. They're running from something. All right, folks, drop everything. We gotta move out. No, don't drop the present. It's the only one that we have. There's like 20 people in this bus. Do you have any idea how much more shopping we have to get done? Well, the dead are coming. Oh, come on, move. All right. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the worst Christmas parade ever, because they do have quite a few undead carpenters who keep the Christ in Christmas kind of thing. But I still think we can do better. Okay, I know how this looks. We're gonna stay positive, look on the bright side. I see a spruce tree. Maybe we can cut it down, strap it to the roof of the bus, put Joe's present underneath. It's a start, it's something. Ah, crap, we may have spoken too soon. These trees are somehow even more dead than that parade. I can't imagine they're gonna look very good on top of the bus. That being said, this does look kind of promising. A couple overturned Humvees, some piles of military equipment, and military zombies. It's not the end of the world. I'm just thinking, guns and bullets make for great holiday gifts. Not everybody on the bus is gonna be asking for cans of beans and gas. Or should I say, cans of beans and fuel. We do not want gas made from beans, especially in the tight quarters. Also, you guys may notice that I've recruited a new little helper of ours. The shotgunner, who I can also make into a mechanic, kind of rounds out the mechanic team, and he also absolutely shit stomps zombies, so I'm a big fan. He is doing great work for us. You're gonna see a lot of him. Funny enough, some of you guys may remember that I have seen him before when he was Policeman Diaz, and I didn't recruit him because, well, being a police officer after all law has collapsed is kind of like being a firefighter at the bottom of the ocean. But I realized that he can become Mechanic Diaz, who is protected from close combat, and with the items I've given him, he ignores 50% of enemy bullet resistance. And because he's a mechanic, every now and then he'll randomly fart out a fully automatic turret. So I gotta be honest, he's a big, beefy boy, and every zombie I've seen run into him gets pulled apart like string cheese, so what's not to love? You really can't help but wonder how the military managed to screw things up so badly. Right, because I'm driving around in a giant yellow babysitter with guys wielding shovels. Meanwhile, they had SWAT gear, helmets, and stacks of ammo and Humvees. And yet, here's Joe clearing them all out. Okay, calm down, my guy. Are you really going the distance here? I was just sending him out there to make a point, and yet there's a very real chance. Okay, hold on. I want to give him the chance to solo the level because the zombies are moving real slow and he wants to be a hero. Come on, Joe, yes! Oh my God, that is ridiculous. One hillbilly with gardening equipment does more than an entire platoon. Is it naive of me to hope that the box in the middle of the woods could contain Christmas presents? I mean, I don't think we have anything to lose. Wait, what the hell? That actually did have half a dozen Christmas presents. Wait, what? Oh my god, it's a Christmas miracle. I can use those strange forest gifts to open Christmas crates, and then the crates contain Christmas survivors that I can recruit? I'm gonna be honest here, guys, I'm not really feeling the Christmas spirit out of this event. I just ran the math, converting real-world dollars to in-game dollars, to gifts, to crates, to get a unit, and it seems like every one of these units costs around $30, and there's no way of guaranteeing which one that you get. Fortunately, I have a crap load of in-game cash because the developers gave it to me to make these videos, and I've been saving it, so I think we're gonna roll the dice quite a few times. Yeah, I can't help myself. I really want legally distinct Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Because, I mean, come on. I've been asking Santa all year for 3 things. Guns, women, and women with guns. She is at the top of the list, so I'm just gonna drop 350 cash on a bunch of gifts. And then I can use all of the gifts to open a bunch of crates. Ooh, okay, I have a book, and a knife, and a clock. Come on. A cup? Should I just skip? I'm just gonna skip. Just show me all the crap that I got. Great, okay, so that was 1. And I need to do that, I think, 10 times until I'm guaranteed a unit. Is that how this works? Something along those lines. Yeah, there's a... Ooh, actually. It's a little sticky, but that's okay. We'll take it. Skipping forward, though. No unit. I don't want the whole episode to be me opening my Christmas presents, so we're just gonna skip to the interesting stuff. Christmas is looking bleak. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm starting to run out of cash here. And I don't know why I'm screaming to the sky as if Santa is gonna hear my prayers. All I want for Christmas is Rebecca. Yes! Okay, honestly, I think I ran through like $150 worth of in-game cash, but she is gonna be so worth it. Well, it looks like Joe won't be the only one who's got some doodads and thingamajigs to wrap up and put underneath the tree. Come to think of it, did we get a tree after? I think I got a couple of skins for the bus. We have Christmas. Okay, I like that. Very cute. We also have Christmas 2019. Oh, that's badass. It's like they took the front of a fire truck and then fused it to the back of the school bus? We're definitely going with this. Let's also do a bit of a roll call for the exclusive survivors that I managed to recruit, starting with the Queen, Mayor Becca, who is surprisingly psycho, and yet she costs courage instead of rage. Interesting. She can shoot at 2 targets, knocks the enemy back, and has high accuracy. That seems dope. Speaking of psychos, we also have Red Hood, who has no other skins, funny enough, but again, he costs courage, which I haven't seen for the psychos before. He's a heavyweight, knocks the enemy back, poison resistant. Okay, very patriotic. I mean, I don't know how much more of the chopper I'm gonna be using. You guys told me in the comments that he becomes obsolete pretty quickly, but that being said, dressing him up like a Mountie and seeing him chug beer, that's real patriotism for me. We also got the cashier. So this wasn't a skin for Joe. Interesting. And Christmas cashier. Because why not? He's a fighter, no real abilities, kinda cheap. Okay, kinda cool, I like it. I had assumed that this was just an alternate skin for Poopy Pants Paul, but it's a completely different sawed-off shotgunner. This is Lester, who can also be Transporter Lester. Interesting. I always like that they have at least a couple of skins with them, and it seems like I got all of them. That'll make filling out certain classes a lot easier in the future. Right now I love the mechanics, but still, the more the merrier. You guys will have to let me know in the comments, is there a reason to use the Christmas attire? Because normally the mechanic would be classified as a mechanic, so I would get the mechanic bonuses, like the auto turret, the fixing the bus, that kind of stuff. If I use the Christmas attire, then he becomes Christmas mechanic. Except he's technically no longer a mechanic, he's coming soon. So does he no longer contribute to the bonus? Because if that's the case, then it's just strictly worse, isn't it? Well, one way or another, I'm gonna level up our new Edge Runner and take her for a test drive. I like how I managed to get through exactly one level talking about how cool Diaz is and how much I want to use him moving forward before he's immediately cut from the line. I'm sorry, it's like I said, big beefy boy bodies are great, but, well, so are the exact opposite. And that's really what Marbecca is doing for me right now. Oh. Okay, yeah, she kinda slaps. I gave her the same items that he had, so she's ignoring a lot of bullet resistance, and surprisingly, those flak jackets have very little resistance left afterwards. We still need to get a couple of guys out there with melee units. She's not gonna be able to take down that barricade, I would assume, but she seems to have them more than covered. Yeah, I like her. I don't think she's necessarily like a top tier unit, but the cool factor is definitely there. Love the reference, so I'm gonna try to squeak her into the lineup anytime I can. Oh, I never even noticed the fire truck bus. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh, I love events in games. Don't tell anybody else in the bus, okay, because I'm supposed to be the navigator here, but I'm still really confused as to where we are right now. Because at a glance, this looks like a small gas-and-go town in the middle of nowhere, but that's not exactly the kind of place where you would expect a high military presence. And it's raining, of course it is. Global warming really is a kick in the pants. At least we managed to find our way to the Big Boule. Maybe we could do a little bit of last-minute shopping if need be. Oh, okay. Could you maybe, don't touch the bus. It's absolutely ridiculous that she can shred somebody wearing full Kevlar. Oh, this guy coming up might be a bit of a test. He's got like a... Sorry, he had a full faceplate. I'm guessing it was quite a bit conductive. I think we're just gonna wrap this one, guys. The weather is not all that permitting, especially for people with, you know, shovels and hammers and... Well, I guess technically Rebecca is probably largely metal, isn't she? Maybe we could help her out there. Somebody, just there we go. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. It's not gonna be a white Christmas, and I would much rather not get our hearts ripped out. That was about as disappointing an ending as, well, the actual ending for Rebecca in Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I'm always worried about fuel whenever I record these videos, but I think Mechanic had a couple of extra cans under his arm when we left the city, so there's the chance I might be able to do a little bit of exploring. Maybe cut my way further into town, and then something like this will be significantly harder. Okay, that's fine. We rise to the challenge. I do technically have a couple of ways of making all my survivors stronger. You know, I've been keeping a couple tricks up my sleeve, probably for situations just like this one. I don't think you guys have seen this zombie before, except for the thumbnail of last episode. I've seen them in, like, supply runs and stuff like that, and yeah, they definitely suck, but then again, so does getting bum rushed by a bunch of little idiots. Okay, that's good. I mean, in all reality, they're nothing special. They're just, like, giant hulking brutes, but sometimes they have this, like, weird special attack, and I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with the blue zombies. Like, it really does feel like it's some kind of infection that only works on the zombie infection. You know, a virus that only infects a virus. Because we only see zombies that are like that, and it's like they have varying stages of being problematic. Oh, that might have been a bit of a waste. Freezing my own units, the slow-mo Rebecca. If anything, I should be torching them. Yeah, there we go, the barrels are great. And I should probably also be saving up for another Polina. like, I've got all these upgrades, and I never really bother using them because of, you know, gamer mentality. It just feels like it's the kind of thing that I'm gonna need later. And then it turns out I never end up using them or needing them, but I don't know, it's just like, we're doing fine. The bus is almost fully fixed. We just took a couple of hits, and there you go. The mechanics do their work. Thank you, Cletus. We appreciate you. Keep sending out our melee units, get that barricade down, and we're good to go. Okay, not that much of a nightmare. A little bit freaky, to be perfectly honest. The roid-raging, strange, alien electric things are a problem, but not the end of the world. I always appreciate a timely rank up. It gives me more fuel to continue the video, but we also unlocked some surprising units? Like, can I actually use something like the turret? Oh yeah. Wait, so it's actually a support item that I can use with rage? That seems really good. Right? $18,000 though. Oh, I don't know. You guys have to let me know. Is it good? Is it worth it? I feel like being able to plop down a turret anywhere seems totally worth it, but I don't have like a lot of coins, so maybe we'll just hold off for a bit. Here I am saying that I don't have an endless amount of coins. Meanwhile, I'm gonna piss away almost 2,000 of them to upgrade the Christmas cashier because festive. Wait, what the hell? Dude does 1,000 melee damage? 60% crit chance? How is that possible? 81% crit damage. I'm really confused right now because that is like double Joe and even more than something like the mechanic. How? What? I was assuming that he was a cashier at like McDonald's or the ShopRite, but judging by his fighting prowess, maybe he's more so a cashier at the Waffle House. He seems largely overpowered, actually. What do you mean? He just one-shot that guy and killed one of the large. Okay, that's really impressive. Like, Joe has been a hero time and time again, and even he can't pull that off. All right, Joe, you're really struggling here. I don't think we want to send out the cashier right now. As much as I appreciate his abilities and am wildly impressed, I would prefer if he didn't get, well, struck by lightning for one, but more so infected. These scientists, or epidemiologists, whatever you want to call them, they're a real problem. Did he just survive getting struck by lightning? I don't think those suits are supposed to insulate them. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so I guess the drawback with the cashier is the fact that he isn't traded, I guess would be the word. He doesn't have a faction. So like Joe and the mechanic are mechanics, so I get the bonuses. Whereas if you use the cashier, maybe he's a little bit better, but then you don't get any kind of bonuses. There's a drawback to everything kind of thing. Oh my god, okay, Joe survived that one. Hero. You can do this, my guy. Get your charred ass back in the bus. No, stay away. No, not. Are you kidding me? That cost me my 3 stars. Oh, that is such a ripoff. The definition of socks for Christmas. I feel like the cashier showed more than enough competence and bravery to be worth marching out to his death again, even though it is an easy level, so, you know, maybe he'll have his own Joe moment. I find it kind of weird that there are like nightmare levels and then easy levels, you know what I mean? Like back to back, they're just strange. Anything in you? Ooh, Christmas presents. I got a clock, all right. Oh, that's not good. I hate the sneezy doctors. Yeah, they're a problem. I don't think you're gonna be able to fight your way through this, but I would love to see you try. Usually they just kind of heal. Oh, okay, I stand corrected, wildly corrected. I mean, cashiers do seem to be somewhat allergic to fire. I can't really blame him for that one, though. He just one-shot the guy in front and then moved straight onto the doctor. Yeah, you know what? I am just constantly underestimating this guy. He really knows what he's doing. It's so strange too, because he is essentially just a carbon copy of Joe, right? Side by side, they look identical, same build, they're both wearing a hat, they're both swinging a kind of useless melee weapon, and yet one does twice as much damage as the other. I'm not gonna try to explain it or anything, it's just kind of funny. I got so wrapped up in all the Christmas cheer and surprises that I completely overlooked the fact that we can see quite a bit more of our surroundings now. And it actually makes sense because so far, anytime I travel from one location to another, we would all hop in the bus and drive and talk kind of thing. But this time around, it seems like we only like barely left the city. You know, like the zombies were coming, we all got in and then drove to what is probably like a suburban area outside of the major city. You know, it just looks like a bunch of houses, and then you got like a church, a gas station, a grocery store, that kind of thing, but nothing really major. Plenty of rain, though. Really getting tired of all the Christmas time rain. Humpty and Dumpty over here just hanging out. Oh, okay, they got some quick friends, and I think Joe is probably best for this, just because he's cheap enough that I can get somebody else out there immediately if I need to. I don't want to send melee units out, because they're all just gonna catch whatever kind of weird blue herpesiphilades is coming our way. Finally! Thank you, Santa! Really appreciate not getting struck by lightning for once. It's gotta happen every now and then, right? Oh, again, I brought the friggin' red barrel. I never think to check the weather conditions before coming out here. Forecast is not looking great anytime that you're out here during the zombie apocalypse. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. You guys should be able to take them out, and it's a clean run. No! How did you catch it? I guess they don't just give it to you. Also, the puddle that they become can spread it. That's a pain in the butt. Oh, crap. I didn't realize that the bus is injured. Oh, just barely. Okay, we fixed it. We're good. This is why the mechanics are so valuable. Not only do they, like I said, fart out turrets every now and then, but they'll fix the bus, they'll fix my mistakes. Give me those 3 stars. Well, it seems like something has broken, because now it's raining anywhere I go. Or at least it sounds like it. It's putting a real dampener on the old mood. I can't imagine we're gonna find anything else festive out here, so I gotta say, big thanks to the developers for sending me a truckload of cash to be able to exploit this event. You know, it wasn't really meant for that. They gave it to me when I started making the series just so that I could see as much of the game as possible, but it definitely made things a lot easier and a lot more fun. If you guys want to see more Dead Ahead, as always, be sure to leave a like in the video, leave a comment letting me know, and maybe we'll return to shoot more zombies with cyberpunk babes again soon. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.